She's all about female leaders from various industries who have tons and tons of goals. She also uncovers the strategies and techniques to build thriving businesses and the lifestyles they desire within entrepreneurship. And as founder, as founder and host of the She Did It show, she's one of the reasons why many females around the world are making a huge difference around the world here, all around. Please welcome the talented leader and host of the She Did It show that we're thrilled to have on, Daria Mudrova here. Yes.
Welcome, Daria.
Yes.
I'm so happy to see you on this side of the camera.
I know, it's strange here, you know. But Emily, you have the first question.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us. And we finally get to interview you because you've interviewed, what is it, over 100 women at this point?
No, not online. Online it's quite less, but actually right now I have more than around 25 episodes which are ongoing.
Wow.
Going kind of.
How do you do that here?
I mean, I'm working you guys.
Wow. So, I mean, 25 episodes, 25 stories of female entrepreneurs.
Recorded. Some of them will come up soon, right? So right now online there are more than 20, really. Yeah, and more are coming up.
More are coming.
I'm so excited to work on this project. It's such a, oh my gosh, it's like my dream.
And how did you come up with the vision for the project? And how long have you been I know you mentioned 25, but could you take us a little bit behind how you started it, how you came up with the vision?
Yeah, so actually I was doing a lot of content creation for myself as an influencer before. So I was working with brands, I was writing articles for magazines, and I was focused on fashion and beauty at that time. But then I realized that I met so many wonderful women in New York City who are immigrants and people who got visas for extraordinary talents, and I met lots of my friends. And I was wow, we always talk with them about just regular stuff, but not about their work. And this is actually one of the reasons I wanted to talk with them about how did they achieve that, how did they come up to where they are right now. And I just started to interview my friends. And now it's growing bigger, and I see people want to be interviewed, people I never met before, and now it's a little bit different stories. So I'm expanding, and I'm going out of my comfort zone, interviewing friends and growing.
That's awesome.
So
yes.
That's so cool.
And I know I've worked behind the scenes with Daria's show, just so everyone knows.
Thank
here.
You, and you.
And both of us have,
Thank you,
but
guys.
You've had, out of all the guests that you have on, who would you say has been your most favorite and why?
Don't ask me that question.
I guess you heard to pick a favorite child.
Excuse me?
That's only one question I will never.
Why did you say everyone was your favorite?
Everyone.
There you go.
Exactly.
Thank
Because
you.
the first thing that I'm so happy to, I'm choosing guests. Really, I'm working behind the scenes, and I'm meeting with them before the show. We're discussing lots of things, and all of them are my favorite people.
Yes.
So
what are some of the things that all your guests have in common?
the most one more time.
Oh, so what are some, so since they're all your favorite people and you learn so much from them, do you see any similarities between your guests? Are there certain things they have in common?
Yeah,
that you've,
actually I could say that all of them, they just want to build a life on their own terms, and most of them maybe didn't have the regular social lives in the US, like maybe they didn't go to the university here, but they did go to university in another country, but when they came here, they didn't have the same opportunities as other people, but they did that. They did amazing job, and they achieved so many awards and
basically become
dreams.
entrepreneurs and achieve the American dream, basically.
Without like the traditional social lives and
yes,
which help regularly lots of people.
I was reading here that when you were 17 years old, you took risks here, from what I'm reading here. And risks have been
about me.
Yeah, I'm reading it
Does his
right
research.
here.
Doing his
I'm doing
Good
my, I
job.
did my research
Good
here.
job.
But you took risk, and they were like when you were 17 years old, and it's been a big part of your life here. So like
That's true.
all this to now, has there been, what other risk has there been that you also took out of between when you did your continuing to do your show or something? I'm trying to phrase it. It's not
Yeah.
coming out. You know.
Actually, I mean, like the biggest risk, yeah, it's to move like when I was 17, I moved from the small city in Russia, which calls
Yes.
like Orenburg. I moved to big city Moscow, and I
Right.
started my education there. Then I decided to work there. Then I built my business. Building the business was another risk. Like
Right.
it was the second biggest risk.
But
I
was
took
it
in my life.
challenging, as despite the fact everything that had been going on in Russia when you were 17 here?
Yeah, like in Russia, everything was everything challenging.
Right, because with Putin, he's how terrible Putin is. That's why we're asking about the concern of that.
I
Yes.
mean, like, actually, on 2014, I think the Crimea crisis happened, and in 15, I started my business, and I already felt that lots of brands I was working with, like, cut off their supplies from Europe, so the budget were twice less. Like the currency, currency exchange changed to the worst in Russia. So it was like lots of challenges, obviously. And being an entrepreneur in Russia back then, when I came here, I see like so many more opportunities for entrepreneurs like here, and it's much more stable here, and you can really do lots of things. So you don't expect that tomorrow something will go wrong, and whatever you did before will be.
Why I don't. Well, I'm not expecting 2014 or 2015 to go
But right now,
bad
with the
here.
pandemic and all these things, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, but still, yeah, when you have, when you can compare what's going on with other countries, right?
Yes.
Like, there is pros and cons everywhere, and but yeah, I will.
Yes.
See.
I would just wish we had more time with you. But why don't you just tell us what's in the works coming up for what you have coming up for your show that you're doing,
And where we can watch, where and when we can watch it with your website and.
Yeah, so actually my
M&M.
show will comes up every Thursday, 6 p.m. Right now on Spectrum, Fios, and RNC.
RCN.
RCN,
Yes.
right? It just came out, and like
Uh-huh.
this actually next week it will be on all those channels. On YouTube, she did a show, and Instagram she did a show, and yeah. So guys, I will be happy if you will watch, leave your feedback, and
And we will be happy
Yeah.
for you to continue to empower women, like as always. And we thank you, Daria, for
Thank you so
this.
much.
Come back anytime. We want to have more time with you. Our special thanks to Daria Mudrova. She Did It airs every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. Check your local listings and at mnn.org for details and time and channels. And we'll be right back, y'all.